Today we're talking about hemp, CBD, and cannabis. These three parts derive from very similar plants. They're all in the same plant family, but they all have very different uses. So hemp is a version of the cannabis plant that was once considered a cash crop by people like Thomas Jefferson. Because it's not only is it good for the environment, but it also grows quickly. So as you can see in the chart here on the side, it grows quickly, so we've increased across the board as far as the production of hemp in the world. So it grows fast, it's good for its environment, and it helps provide nutrients to soils. It was also once upon a time required to be a crop. In 1619, in Jamestown, Virginia, it was required for all farmers to grow hemp on their farms. So hemp was outlawed along with cannabis in 1970, but it has made a recent return as of 2018. It is legal as long as there's less than 0.3% THC in the plant. This is regulated by the states. They do testing. The state that I reside in is New York State, and they require you to have a license to grow it. It also has you trained on it, and it also has you tested to make sure that your plants are, maintaining that 3% less than 0.3% THC levels in them. This plant is also a globally accepted plant, like in the UK, as long as it's not eaten. It's a pretty much where they draw the line on that one. But hemp in itself is a pretty good product because it's versatile. It can be used to make clothing, paper products. You can use it for building materials. So it's just got a really strong place in the future as a crop that grows quickly and is good for the environment. So the next part of it is CBD, which is a derivative of hemp. It's a more medicinal derivative of hemp. It's commonly used in oils for things like a sleep aid or to help with pain relief. It can also be seen in makeup products. It was originally noticed in 2737 BC for its medicinal uses in the eastern countries. China was the first one to write it down. The oil that we know today, though, wasn't invented until 1940, when scientists were able to pull the oils from the hemp plant to make them more effective. So when it comes to CBD oils, the United States government tends to defer to the state levels to regulate its uses and needs. And New York State says you have to be trained and have a license to sell it, as it still has to maintain that less than 0.3% THC. It also, on a global level, they still require you to not eat it. And some places, like the country of Cyprus, make it a pharmaceutically monitored oil. And as you can see from the chart there in the corner, CBD oils are not nearly as popular as hemp is as a plant or building material, and as we'll see later, it's not as popular as cannabis is. So I guess the next step is to look at cannabis. Cannabis is widely consumed, as you can see in the charts. In 2018, New York City was the highest consumption of cannabis, with 77.44 metric tons of cannabis consumed. But you can also see that the U.S. has at least 3 cities on that chart, showing that the legalization has definitely increased the amount of cannabis consumption. But cannabis has been fickle as far as its ability to be used in the U.S. Starting back in 1937, they introduced the Marijuana Tax Act in hopes to get rid of it, stop making it popular, help reduce its effects it's had on society. It was finally criminalized in 1970, and then it was later legalized in 2018, so it's now legal to use cannabis as long as there is less than 3 ounces on the person. It's not considered criminal. In 1967, California was actually the first to stop restricting the use of pot under the Compassion Use Act, which puts California just slightly before Portugal, who decriminalized the use of cannabis or marijuana back in 2001. Even though it's still considered a drug in many countries, it's a lot more legal than it used to be. And it's exceedingly versatile. People use it for cooking, they put it in their edibles, they smoke it, they can use it to help alleviate migraines, and there's still research being done on what else is possible for it.